guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Brittany and you're watching. Today we're back with another Shop My Stash video. I upload these every single Tuesday. This is my new drawer. Last week from the new drawer, we pulled out these two Lime Crime lip products. We'll talk about that when we get to the lippy drawer. This week, I know I'm going to pull an eyeshadow palette. I am going to be traveling again. So I want to pull things that would be easier for travel. So I want to pull this Pixie. It's in collaboration with someone. I'm not sure what that name is. I'm not familiar with that. But I think these are really cute fall colors, and I like that this like closes. So I feel like it'd be protected, and it's like smaller. I think it'd be good for travel. So we're gonna pull this one. And then along with that, I want to pull out this Stila glitter. I just got back from Chicago. I wanted to bring these to Chicago, but it didn't work out. I'd used this makeup. I'm filming this on the day that I upload this. So I've used the past makeup for almost a week and a half now. So I want to pull this because I feel like it'll give a little extra oomph for when I travel to San Diego. I just got back from Chicago and I wanted to pull this for that. Didn't get to, but we're going to pull her for San Diego. This is the Stila Glittering Glow in Gold Goddess. Let me go ahead and get a swatch. I normally don't do swatches too often just because I include photos the next week of everything that I wear. That's pretty. It's like a little gold sheen. So yeah, we'll pull the Stila Glittering Glow in Gold Goddess. And that's all for everything face that isn't a blush, bronzer, highlight, contour drawer. So last week for foundation, I pulled this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I'll tell you, I don't love this one. I won't repurchase this one, but I'll use it up and I won't hate it. Can anybody relate to that? That's how I feel about that one. And I also used, for extra coverage, just because that foundation gives like a medium, light medium coverage, I use the Maybelline Super Stay to build coverage. This is a powder foundation. I use it normally as a powder, but I use it primarily to give foundations that don't give me the coverage that I want, that extra oomph. So this week, I haven't even thought about this, but I think that I'm going to pull this Revlon Color Stay foundation. I'm almost done with this one, and this one is just like my no fuss, down for whatever, so I feel like it's going to travel well, it's going to translate into different climates well. I don't really have to worry about it, and that's what I'm looking for. So yeah, we're going to pull this Revlon Color Stay foundation. And then last week for primers, I used this Tatcha. Now I used the Tatcha primer. Like I said, I've had this makeup for like a week and 2 or 3 days. I've been using it. So I really got to know this primer. And I'll say for my skin type, I have oily combination skin. This is supposed to be pore filling, and I don't know that it filled my pores enough to make up for the fact that pore filling primers normally like leave my skin oily, although it felt dry on my skin. It's a very weird combination of weird textures. I'm going to be ranking all my primers, so stay tuned. I'll just go more in depth there. I'm rambling here. So we're going to put this back, and I'm going to, with that, with that foundation, I always pull this just because that foundation's so easy. I can never use this with any other foundations. The Smashbox Primer Water, I don't really see that it does anything. Like, I completely understand when people say that their primers don't do anything, because if they're using a primer like this, I don't see that it does anything. So yeah, we're going to use this as a little nice facial mist, I guess, for primer. So we're going to pull that one. And then for concealers last week, I used this Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer. I have a more in-depth review of all of my concealers. I ranked all my concealers, so I'm not going to talk much about that. We're just going to put her away. And then for that, I really didn't want to pull this bulky item, but it's just habit. I always pull this concealer with that foundation just because that foundation is good for whatever, and this concealer is good for nothing maybe. This is way too harsh, but it doesn't pair well with a lot of my foundations. This is the only foundation I find that I don't absolutely hate this concealer, and it's usable. So we're going to pull the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And for moisturizers, I'm not sure if I have that moisturizer on me. Like I said, it's 8 o'clock when I'm filming this. I'm going to put it up in about 2 hours, and I'm just unpacking from my Chicago trip. So I'm going to keep in my moisturizer that I had. I just wanted to show you it's almost done, but I don't really have it. So yes, same moisturizer that I always pull. And then for, I guess powders, I always keep in this Rimmel Stay Matte. That's actually what I used for my setting powder. I don't really like it for a standalone setting powder, so I won't do that again. But I'm going to keep it in for a touch-up powder. So we're going to keep that in. And then for powders, I'm going to, like I said, that foundation is where I take advantage of things that normally don't work for me. So I'm going to pull the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. I do not like this powder with about any foundation except for this one, so I'm going to get some use out of that. And for setting sprays, I'm finally going to be able to put back this Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I love this, but I'll tell you, I got so used to that Morphe spray, and I really missed it, so I'll definitely be repurchasing that. But I'm going to put this one up. I like the product in this one, like as far as a setting spray that makes your makeup last all day. Like I said, I have oily skin. This is her. But we're going to put that back. And I'm thinking about like airport and all that, and keeping that in mind. I went to pull my Revlon Photo Ready Prep Set Refresh. I love this drugstore find. The mist is like somewhere in between the All Nighter and the Morphe, and the product is pretty good as well. So it's a good drugstore setting spray. Highly recommend that. And I feel like I'm all over the place, but I think that's all for this drawer. Blush, bronzer, contour drawer. So we are going to keep in for contour this big bulky palette that I always use to set my under eyes. So instead of pulling this on top of something to contour, I'm just going to pull this for everything. This is a Kat Von D Shading Light contour palette. I always keep this in to set my eyes with this, although you've given me in the last video a lot of recommendations of powders that I want to pull up there in the next VIB sale, so I don't have to pull this bulky thing to set my under eyes. And I also love all of these because I spray tan, so sometimes I'm a combination of this and other times I'm a combination of this when I'm lighter. So yeah, love this. I'm going to keep that for not only my under eyes this week, but also for contour. And last week for contour, I could put this back. I used the Too Faced Cocoa Contour. I really enjoy this as well. I set my lid with this, and I mix those two for contour. I've never used that highlight shade. I really need to. We're going to put that back. And then let's see. I just need to put back this Bare Minerals blush in the Indecent Proposal. I tell you, I don't know what it is. I used to really enjoy this, and I just don't know if it's like the tone. That's what it is. That's the only thing. I just didn't love it this time. We're going to put this back. I'm also going to put back the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I like this. I don't love this. It's a good drugstore. It's a good one. And then for highlight, I need to put back these two. So I normally hate this Stila. This is the Stila highlighter in Transcendence. It just comes across really chalky most of the time. Let me give you, like, it looks pretty in the pan, but like just comes across like really chalky. So I paired it with this Nudestix in Illuminati, and look, it is really almost gone. Like, I'm starting to, when I put it on my skin, like there's plastic that hits, but I'm going to use every drop of this, and I'm absolutely going to repurchase this when it's gone. It's a good layering product for instances like that. But like I said, I'm traveling, and I want to keep like my products that I pulled to a minimum. I didn't think I was going to do this when I started because I really wanted to pull that Laura Geller highlighter to pair with that palette, but I think I'm going to pull the MAC Jeremy Scott Cheeky Volume 1 mixtape. That highlighter there, people are sleeping on it. Let me show you. Look at that. I mean, it's just a really good highlighter. I think that blush will work well with that palette, and it's an okay bronzer. So we're going to pull this and not have to juggle a lot of products when I travel. And That seemed way too easy, but that is all for this. Everything Eyes, it is an eyeshadow palette drawer. So last week for brows, I pulled out the Too Faced Brow Envy, and you guys know I'm just going to rotate and do my Benefit Goof Proof. I've actually been loving this. I'm always in a hurry. I'm very busy. And I've just become a pro at this because I use it so often. So yeah, I'm going to pull that. And then I just need to put up this Shimmer and Glow. I wore it 2 separate times with the Urban Decay Naked Palette. I'll put one of those looks on the screen right now. It's just very, very pretty. And I know people say they don't like the Shimmer and Glows as much as the Glitter and Glows. I don't know if I agree with that. I got this from TJ Maxx, and I really love it. It's really easy, and you still get that bam, you know? And then I just need to put up some more singles. I need to put up my color stays. This champagne color, I almost wore that alone with just Buck and the Naked Transition colors in the Naked palette. It would have looked really, really pretty. I really like that. I didn't get a chance to use that blue one. I thought I would. I didn't originally pull it, but I was going to pair it with the Gunmetal shade, and I don't know. I just forgot that I was doing that when I was doing that look. So putting those up. I'm not pulling any more singles. I do have that single that I've already pulled. Don't feel like I need to pull any other ones. Something that I'm really excited about, this Urban Decay Primer Potion. I don't know that it's going to last me like a week. I mean, it's really coming down to like nothing, which is so shocking because you guys know how long I've been using this. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And then for mascaras, look at all these products I'm using up. So for mascara, I use the Hourglass Caution Mascara. I really like this for my bottom lashes. But she is used up as much as you can use up a mascara without just it being absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I didn't think that I would use her up this time, but she's used up. I'm going to put back this Dior Show primer just because I don't want to travel with 2. And I'm going to pull this Milk Kush Mascara just because I always tend to lose makeup when I travel, and this is basically gone. So I'm going to pull this one. And something that I'm going to have to toss is this Urban Decay dual-ended pencil. It just was dried out. What I found, the reason is I hardly ever put these caps back on, so it's my own fault, but I like that I am decluttering a bunch of stuff. It doesn't normally happen on my channel, but yeah, it's just not able to work with it anymore. And then I just need to switch out, which this is almost used up as well. Everything's just getting used up all at once. This is the Tarte Sex Kitten Felt Tip Liner. I love this. We're going to trade it out though for the sake of rotation with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. I just love a good felt tip liner. We're going to pull that. And then actually I do want to pull this Urban Decay just because these things just get dried out so quickly. I'm going to pull this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On in Starfire. Just looks like that. They don't, let me rephrase that. They don't dry out quickly. I lose lids quickly, which causes them to dry out and me be wasteful. So I want to use this when I can. I think the fall is the perfect time for this, and I think I could wear it every day with the palette that I pulled. So I'm going to pull that. And I feel like I've been really fast. But I think that's all for this drawer. This is my lippy drawer. I just am always going to keep in this Sephora Rosehip Lip Balm. Look at how much I have left. Like, everything's getting used up. I love that. So we're going to keep that in. And then I have to put up, you guys said that you love the Lime Crime Lippy. So I was like, let me try this again. So I pulled these two. This is the Lime Crime Lip Pencil in Petunia and the Lime Crime Liquid Lip in Faded. Now, I will tell you, I also pulled the Jeffree Star Mannequin. I don't have that to put back. But all the looks that you're going to see on the screen, I primarily was using this. So I didn't hate it. The lip liner, I love the lip liners. The lip liners are awesome. I don't find that they're as pigmented as I would want them to be. But they'll do. You know, they don't snag. They do their job. Now, this liquid lip was better than the Salem one that I tried. The Salem one, my #1 complaint was the transfer to the Invisalign and not being able to get it off. And like, I remember I would be driving in a car, not even eating anything, and it would just disappear from my lips. You guys thought that I had a bad one. I think I had a bad one too, because I didn't get this from this lip. The Stay Power was right on, like up there with the Jeffree Star. Love the Stay Power. I actually really love the color. As you will see, I wore it about every day. I don't like the applicator. The Jeffree Star one just spoils me, and I don't hate the applicator like I hate the Smashbox one. It's okay. What my main problem was with this is it's runny. Now that could be like, I got these from TJ Maxx. It could just be bad. Like, it's an extremely runny formula. And I don't even remember the Salem one doing that. But it's like, I was scared that it was going to, and sometimes it did run over my lip line that I did, and I would have to wipe it away. But I like it. Am I going to repurchase it? No. Would I recommend this one? Absolutely. She did the job. She did the job, you know? She just did the job. So I'm going to put her back. I really like the color too. This week, I'm going to have to look at my palette because I'm not really sure where I want to go here. So there's the bronzy tones. Okay, so I want like a nudie brown kind of color. I think that's what I'm going for. This one actually looks really, really spot on. I haven't used a Kat Von D in a while. This one actually looks like it would be good too, this gloss. I'm just pulling options right now. Okay, let's do some swatches. So this is Jeffree Star and Posh Spice. I feel like that's a grungy color. I feel like the bottle's misleading. Yeah, I don't think that she's the one. I don't think that you're the one. What is this one? Celebrity Skin. I don't think that you're the one either. I know that I want to pull this. This is the Ultra Glossy Lip in Villains. It's just something that will be easy. It's in Puppies. It's the Villains collection. It's something that would be easy that I wouldn't have to fuss with a lot. I like that for travel. So we're going to pull that one for sure. And then I might pull both of these. This is the Kat Von D Liquid Lip in Hawkend. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, I think that is that palette up and down. And then what is this? The Kat Von D in Damned. Let me see this. I feel like this is going to be purple. Yeah, it's a little too purple. I like the color. She's really out there with purple. So we're going to pull the Ultra Glossy Lip. And then we're going to pull Hawkend. H-A-W-K. Hawkwind. Hawk and then Wind is what we're pulling. And that was that color right there. So, yeah. Well, that was easier than I thought. That's all for this eyeshadow palette drawer. All I have to do is put up the palette that I used last week. Last week I used the Urban Decay Naked palette. Boy, did I fall back in love with this palette. Like I said, I had this makeup for like a week and like 2 or 3 days. And I didn't get tired of her. I do remember that I like to do a bronze look with these 3. I didn't do that. One day, this last day, and I don't know if I don't know if I took a picture of a close-up of it, but I used Sin all over the lid. Naked and Buck was always a transition color, but then I would put Toasted in the outer V, and I'll put that look on the screen. I'm not sure that you can see it too well, but I'll put it on the screen, and I loved it. I was scared when I first opened this palette. I was like, oh my god, what did I do? There's 2 transitions, but I just used these other ones for like the outer V, and it was fine. I don't really remember too many looks. I feel like I've dipped into every color on this. I know that I used Hustle one time all over the lid, and I wasn't like, it was good, but I was like, man, I feel like there could be a little bit something more. So I put Sidecar on top of these colors a lot. I'll put that look on the screen. And any look that I haven't mentioned, I feel like I've used every single one of these colors. Creep is a really cool black color here. One time I went a little bit overboard, and that's what I did when I was ranking all my concealers, and I had to go over my look with the concealers. I just got really excited with this, which caused me to go overboard a little bit, but that's okay. I don't know. There's something about this color Virgin over here. Like, I use that as a brow bone and inner corner every single day and did not get tired of it. You can see the huge dip that I have in Virgin. I am someone who has stopped doing a brow bone highlight, but like when I found that color, I was like, oh my god, I remember I loved to do that. So yeah, I'm so glad that I used this palette. I forgot how much I loved her. So I just need to put her up. And that's all for this drawer. Let's look at all the items that we pulled. All the items that we've pulled. I'm excited for that Jeremy Scott palette. I'm excited for my foundation. I'm excited for that new eyeshadow palette. The lippies are good. Look at how minimal this looks. That looks like a good travel. I'm excited to be getting a lot of use out of that mascara and that lip balm that's about to be done. And I'm excited that I'm using that eyeliner so I don't have to throw another one of those away. And that primer, so it's actually getting used. I mean, I'm excited about almost all of these products except for the concealer and that setting powder. But I mean, it's not like I'm like, oh my god, because with that foundation it's cool. Let me know in the comments below some of the things that you are using or loving currently. And thanks for watching. Bye guys.